So, I'd like to know if you take part in a special picture that's kind of a tradition for us in Connecticut. So this will be the first time we do it here, obviously. I'd like to get everyone who's got a blue shirt on, who's an inventor, would you stand up? Great. Now sit down. Sorry. I just want to make sure you can stand up. Can you put your hands up? All right. When I count on 3, I want a nice shout, hands up, and Liliana's going to take your photo, okay? Are you ready? No, your hands are already up. Put them down. Ready? 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4. That's as good as I get in math. So 3. All right, that was good practice. Well, you know that the process of invention, your prototype doesn't always come out right the first time, does it? Neither do photos. So we're going to try it again. You ready? You're better than me. Everybody ready? You sure? Okay, 3.
This has to stay up here. I'm getting a noise. That's okay. Yeah, if you just leave it up there, fine. That's why I'm all the way over here.
Okay, cool. Okay, guys, you did an awesome job. Thank you very much.
All right. What? Mike needs to stay up here. Yes, Mother. What's this? Oh. All right. All right, these inventions. So first of all, I want to tell you something very personal. This is my dream come true. It's not often you can say that in your lifetime that happens to you, but I've been thinking and dreaming and wanting a national invention convention to recognize kids from all over the United States for the brilliance and the creativity and the hope that it gives me in terms of the future. And I'm dropping. So I want to thank all of you. I want to thank your parents. I want to thank your teachers. Your teachers are my heroes. They're the ones that actually go out there and help you with it. I could hum a few bars of When You Wish Upon a Star. But I won't. But thank you for making my dream come true today, because this is really, it's a beginning of really taking this movement out to the rest of the United States and maybe even the world. So now I would like to introduce an inventor that I first met when she was just about that big. And she is going to tell you a little bit about her experience as an inventor, a patented inventor who has a product that is helping a lot of people now. And her name is Mallory Kievman. If I get Mallory to come up, please. Mallory. Here she comes. I first met her when she was she first came up with the idea for this product and had just baked a few of them. So I'll turn it over to Mallory now. But thank you so much, guys, for making my dream come true.
This one.
Mallory?
Can you guys hear me all right? Yes. All right. So thank you guys for having me here. I think it's fair to say that today has been pretty awesome, and I've loved being able to meet a lot of you guys and hear all about your inventions. This month actually marks 5 years since I participated in my first Connecticut Invention Convention, which is pretty crazy. So what better way to celebrate that than being here at the first National Invention Convention? I just wanted to say a thank you to everyone who's helped put this event on, because it's pretty amazing. But I'd like to talk to you guys about the idea of time. I'll just start off by saying that 5 years is a really freaking long time. Some of the adults in the room are probably shaking their head like, someone get this kid off the stage. But to be clear, I know that 5 years really isn't all that long in the grand scheme of things, but at this point in my life, it seems like eons. So one day, back when I first started Hiccupops, I came across an article in a business magazine that kind of scared me. It was an interview with the founders of a startup business that was a lot like mine. And the founders had come up with an invention, they developed it, and they worked hard to get it onto the market. It was a pretty typical article. They talked about the challenges of inventing in entrepreneurship, what their plans were for the future, and what they had learned throughout the process. Their experience was very similar to mine, and I took that as a good thing, since their business was doing really well. So I kept reading on, and it was all well and good until they mentioned that it took them 7 years to fully launch their business. 7 years. I remember reading that like, what do you mean it took you 7 years? That was like half of my life. I really couldn't imagine anything that I would be excited to do for 7 years. And in all honesty, spending that amount of time on Hiccupops haunted me for a while. And that's a really odd thing to be bothered by. To put things into perspective for you, over the years, I've received hundreds of comments and criticisms about me and Hiccupops, and they've had basically no effect on me. I would joke about them with my friends, and shout out to all the commenters online who think my idea is dumb and my parents are exploiting me. But blatant disapproval was just a part of my being visible as a young entrepreneur that I just accepted. But somehow the thought of investing so much time into my project was enough to make me question whether or not I really wanted to make it happen. So let's back up a bit. The inspiration to start Hiccupops came from a summer of nonstop hiccups. It was brutal and my hiccups needed to stop. Desperation drove me to develop Hiccupops, and I spent hours online researching the hiccups and baking in my kitchen, developing them. It took more than 70 batches to get them right, and each batch took a couple of hours each. So that was a long, long time. And like you guys, I thought my idea was cool, but as I invested more time into learning about the hiccups, I found that they were more than just an annoyance. For thousands of people worldwide, hiccups are a serious medical condition. And many patients with cancer who are going through chemotherapy get bad hiccups as a side effect of their treatment. As I later found out, Hiccupops work for those patients. And that was a huge moment for me when I found that out, because for the first time in my life, I realized that I was spending my time for a greater cause. I felt like I had a purpose, and the time I was investing in my project took on a whole new meaning. My invention was now larger than I was, and it was important to people in general, not just a fun idea. Developing my product and getting it out to the world now felt like an obligation. I had to put in the time to make it a reality. I'm not going to lie to you, the process is incredibly difficult. The idea is the easy part. Making your idea real, though, through trial and error and incredible, unrelenting persistence is what it takes to succeed. The question is whether you're willing to invest the time to make your invention a reality for the people out there who need it. Each of you has a great idea, but it's up to you to decide if you're going to make the commitment and invest the time to make it real. So here I am, 5 years later, and I'm graduating from high school in exactly a week from today. Not like I'm counting or anything, but Hiccupops is still a work in progress. It took me a long time to realize that all meaningful projects, no matter what stage they're in, are always a work in progress. And that's the message I want to leave with you guys today. If you believe in what you're doing, keep working on it regardless of how long it takes and regardless of what other people think. A few of you probably won the big award that you were hoping for today, and that's great. I hope that the National Invention Convention will give you the continued confidence to bring your invention to the world. A lot of you probably didn't win the award that you were hoping for today, and that's even better. I hope the National Invention Convention will give you the extra motivation and focus to bring your invention to the world anyways. All of you must remember that today is your time, not your parents, not your teachers. It's your time, and it's just the beginning. Win or lose, you should go home and work hard to make your inventions real. Not just as an idea or a prototype, but something that's a real product. Today is just the beginning for each of you as inventors, as innovators, and as entrepreneurs. I assure you that if you put in the time, you will make your dreams a reality. Thank you.
So we're finishing up the awards and everything in there, but I wanted to tell you a story. By the way, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Helen Sharov. I'm with the, hi. I'm the executive director of the Connecticut Invention Convention. I got started with this program about 18 years ago when I was still running one of my companies. And I walked out into a similar situation as upstairs, and I saw an ocean of young inventors at Gamble Pavilion at UConn. Usually it's used for basketball. You just interrupt me anytime you like, Danny. And there was all these inventors. Mrs. Charv, look at this, look at this. And it was just so great what they were doing that I was hooked on that day, and I've been with the organization in one shape or another. And it's truly, when I talked about my dream that started about 5 or 6 years ago when Danny and I were saying, wouldn't this be great if it was just in every state, not just here in Connecticut, and started working on it back then. But I want to tell you the story of a young inventor who inspires me every day. This is a young girl about 5 or 6, maybe 7 years ago. And the problem that she was trying to solve was every time she would walk out onto a lake to go ice fishing with her dad, she was afraid that she would fall through the ice. So how do you measure ice from far away so that you're not falling through that as you go out there? So she came up with a device that was like a floating platform that would have a spike go through it as the ice got thicker. Now, all of you scientists know that ice gets thicker this way instead of ice gets thicker from the bottom up, right? Because if there was ice from the bottom up, we'd all be dead, because there would be no life, because everything would die during the winter times. Anyway, ice gets thicker this way. So a spike comes up through her platform to see from far away how thick the ice is. So she came to the finals. She won in her local school. She came to the finals at Gamble Pavilion. And she was very shy. Didn't really want to talk about her invention very much. But she was in a judging circle, just like upstairs. And a judge came over to her afterwards and said, you know, Zoe, you have a real gift. You think in 3 dimensions. I can see from the design and the concept that you really have something unusual in being able to visualize things in 3 dimensions. So I want you to go back home. I want you to work on it some more. I know you're shy and you don't really like talking about it too much. And so he sent, that's why I love judges so much, because sometimes just 15 seconds from a judge can just change someone's idea about themselves. So she did. She went home. Oh, and by the way, one of the awards that we have in Connecticut is, the kids kind of call it the Nobel Prize of the CIC, is when one of our sponsors there takes an invention all the way through the patent process. And we're not talking just provisional patent, we're talking all the way through patenting of something. And oh, by the way, you're going to hear about that later here today too. So Zoe gets awarded the patent prize, and she goes back, starts high school. Oh, I forgot to tell you a little detail. She's reading dyslexic. So she has, how many of you know what reading dyslexia is? Right? Oh, good for you. So we find out that she's reading dyslexic and she's struggling with her studies, and she absolutely does not do very well on standardized tests because she can't read it. But she starts taking CAD courses, starts taking math courses, eventually gets into physics and chemistry, and all the time her patent application is working its way all the way up to that building up there above us, to the US Patent and Trademark Office. So fast forward to her junior year. She's in 11th grade, the year that kids are starting to look at colleges and things like that. And guess what? She gets the patent awarded to her. And we bring the lieutenant governor in to shake her hand, and she's on television in Connecticut and all those wonderful things. But she's still reading dyslexic, so SATs are kind of, well, maybe they're not in the toilet, but they're not the greatest. But she's also thinking of herself as an inventor. I'm an inventor. I'm a patented inventor. So at the top of her college applications, she puts patented inventor. Number assigned to it and everything. She applies to 5 colleges, because now she wants to be not just a patented inventor, but she wants to be an engineer. So she applies to 5 colleges, and my hero, Zoe, gets accepted to all 5 colleges. So Zoe is now, I think she's a sophomore or junior at a great university up in Massachusetts called Worcester Polytech Institute. She's traveling as an ambassador for her university in a program called Engineers Without Borders. Maybe some of you have heard of Doctors Without Borders. Well, there's Engineers Without Borders now also. She just came back from South Africa. But here's somebody that maybe by some measures would have been pushed aside because of her reading dyslexia, or marginalized because she wasn't doing so great on those pesky SAT tests that we all have to go through in our lives. But here she was reinventing herself with an idea that she had, brought it to Invention Convention, got a patent on it, and she comes and talks to some of our kids right now and says, just don't give up. Don't give up, because if you think that you don't have anything to offer the world, I thought that too, until somebody said, you do have something. You do think in 3 dimensions. You can contribute to something. So every time that maybe I get a little bogged down with a little too much work, I think about Zoe, and I think about all of the Zoes who are out there that could potentially be doing stuff for themselves and for other people. I think that's what really, really impresses me about so many of your inventions. I've been walking around upstairs and looking at them. So many of them are really reaching out to help other people. You're helping a grandmother, or you're helping hatchling turtles, or you're helping disabled people. You're not just doing something because you think maybe it's going to make you a lot of money or something, but you're really thinking about how you want to contribute to making the world a better place. And gosh, we need more and more people like that. So I'm going to go back in there and check and see if they finally tabulated these awards. And I want to let you know that you can make a difference every day of your lives with what you're doing. And someday, one of you is going to find a solution to a disease or hunger or climate change or whatever it is. I'm selfish about this job. I'm selfish because I know that we need problem solvers like you to fix the things that need fixing. And maybe it starts right here with you and multiplies out to other people, and you'll be able to take this message out to other schools as well. So thanks for giving me a few minutes. Sorry about that. 5 minutes. Okay, they told me another 5 minutes of filler time. Stretch it out. Now you come up here now. You did your thing. You did the wave. So I'll just tell you about some of the inventions that I've come across over the past 18 years of working them. I think some of them are really great. All right. Tell them about you? No, you can. About your invention? Oh, the one about the trouble detector. No, you can tell them about the trouble detector. Now, Nick, I'll call you up to talk about the trouble detector. There was a second grader that I once met, and her problem was she didn't like eating vegetables. This was before I was a vegetarian, so I was completely in agreement with her. Now that I'm a vegetarian, it's like, eat those vegetables. But, so she needed to come up with a way to solve the problem, that she didn't like to eat her vegetables. Anybody have any suggestions on how not to eat your vegetables? Go ahead, sir. Just don't eat them. That's what you get. How about you? Make them taste different. How about you? Yeah? Change the taste. How about you, young lady? Yeah. Okay, how about you? What? Hide. Oh, well, we're getting closer. Go ahead. Make them look like a hamburger, maybe, huh? How about you, young man? Vitamins? How about you? What? Pinch your nose. One more, and then I'll tell you how she solved it. Go ahead. You give it to the, you better eat it, otherwise I'm going to beat you up at night, right? Is that it? You give it to your little brother? Oh, you cannot leave your plate, you cannot leave the dinner table until your plate is clean. Okay, I like your parents. One more, and then I'll tell you how she solved it.
Close your eyes and eat it.
Close your eyes and eat it, because make believe it tastes something different. Well, this particular second grader, she came up with a bowl. And the bowl had a trapdoor in it. And she would just stuff those vegetables into that trapdoor and then smooth it over with gravy, I think. So that was her way of solving the problem that she didn't want to eat her vegetables. Anybody ever design a bowl like that? I think I saw it on Seinfeld or something. So here's another invention that I thought was really interesting. This young man, he had a problem that I'd like to have. He was going away on vacation, but he had a fish tank, and he wanted to be able to feed the fish in the fish tank while he was away. So, any ideas on how to feed fish if you're not there? Some new faces, back there, hand in the way back. Stand up and tell me loud so I can hear it. Okay, how about you right here? Oh, well, actually, you guessed it. Kind of. I mean, he was thinking about the fact that in order to feed fish, you have to shake a little box of fish food over the fish tank, right? And then the little flakes come down. So, what vibrates this way? My phone vibrates this way. So he rigged up some wiring over the fish tank. He attached the fish food to the bottom of the phone, and every time he wanted to feed the fish, he would call his number, having put his phone on vibrate, and it would vibrate, and it would just sprinkle those fish flakes right over the fish tank. Now, I did not exactly see this as seen on TV, but it was the fact that he was thinking this way that was really intriguing to me. And the last one that I want to tell you about, and I have to tell you that we do have inventors in Connecticut who maybe they live in inner cities and they don't have necessarily a great opportunity to participate in the program. This was a young boy from Waterbury who he designed a glove that had weights on the ends of the fingers, like weights the kind that you use for fishing. And he had strings coming down so that if you put on this glove and you pulled on the strings, your fingers would be exercised this way. And I asked him, Nolan, what's this glove for? And he said, well, my grandmother has arthritis. And her fingers only feel better if they're exercised by something. So here was this glove that if you pulled down and you pulled against the tension of the strings, she could exercise her fingers. Now, this was the first time he even heard the word invention in this classroom. And he came up with this. I thought this was a really great idea. So that was a wonderful way for me to be convinced of the fact that everybody can be an inventor. And I'm trying to think of the one that I really, really liked. There's so many of them. They're really fantastic. But now I don't have to, because Danny's coming, and I'm going to get off the stage.
Okay, let's everybody repeat after me. Next year, I will only go to the judging circle that I was assigned to. Because otherwise, the award ceremony will start a half hour late. Okay, so I'm probably going to screw up some of these names because we had to handwrite and move things around very quickly, and I apologize for that. And Helen, there is a printout of all the awards from the categories. Yes, could you bring me that sheet of paper? Thank you. All right, exciting times, everyone. It's great to look out here and see all the blue shirts. Parents, thanks for coming here with your kids and everything. We're first going to be doing the place awards. And the way we'd like to do this, kids, is come up on this side, okay? You'll be handed plaques by Nick over here. And then you'll proceed over here to the two posters. And Mallory Kievman, with her camera, will be taking a picture of you. Oh, Liliana's going to be taking, okay. Liliana will be taking a picture of each of you that we'll be posting online. Okay, we will be starting with grade 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, then go back to K through 3. Unless this, because they're just looking up a few names off the virtuals. Just to hand out, they're going to come up and hand it. Yep, thank you. Okay, starting with grade 3, grade 4. In third place from Illinois, Pillow Proper, Victoria Quira. In second place, from Idaho, Corinne Pixton with MoSafe. And in first place for the grade 4 category, from Illinois, Natalie Correa with the hands-free umbrella. In grade 5, in third place from Iowa, the Easy Safety Bar Lifter from Kirathonana Balakrishman. Yeah, sorry about that. I know I totally bastardized that. In second place, the Dirt Shield from Ohio, Jocelyn Beneke. And in first place, from Georgia, the Succulent Solution from Riley Davis and Jonathan Fairgreaves. You're supposed to be wearing your blue shirt. In grade 6, from Tennessee, the Posture Protector, third place, Maya Gibson and Abigail Hopper. Third place. In grade 6, second place, the Easy Pace from Ohio, Varun Muriella. And in first place, from Ohio, the Nursing Dog Blanket, Aubrey Shrub. Well, coming all the way from the back. Back of the class type girl, huh? In grades 7 and 8, third place from Connecticut, Arya Barat with the C2E, or CO2E. CO2E. In second place from Ohio, Katie Schuchtow with Banking for the Blind. And in first place from New York with the Magneto Charger, oh my gosh, Abhinav Kumar. How bad did I mess that up? Abhinav? Abhinav, okay, thank you. In grades 9 through 12, in third place, from Georgia, the NoiseX pitch video with Jack Busby, Michael Kim, and Harry Kane. In second place, from Georgia, Wedge Tech with Everett Apple and Claire, that's off the last name. And in first place for grade 9 through 12, Listen For Me from Connecticut, Eli Mathau. And circling back again to the K through 3 competition. In third place, these are virtual awards and I don't believe anybody is here, so these won't be coming up. So, from Illinois, Communitech Gloves, Charlotte, Middleton, and Sophia Nicefero. In second place, the Baby No Throw from Ohio, Ava Steak. And in first place, I'm totally going to mess this up, from Ohio, the Help Me In from Liana Sargin. Okay, next we're going to do the sponsored categories. Some of these will have sponsors coming up to give the awards, and some of them will be given on behalf of the sponsors. In the agriculture care category, and by the way, in each of these there's one winner. There's no honorary mentions or runners-up, so there'll be one winner. And I don't have a state for all these, so I apologize. In the agriculture category, Test 36 Gum, Hannah Zink. Awesome. Nick, in the pets and animal care category, pets and animal care, you can start looking up the award. The Bassett Bowl by Ashton Radar. And Nick, we're going to reverse roles here for a second because the Home Technology Award is up next on behalf of the sponsor. Yeah, why don't we do all three? All right, you got Home Tech, and you got Government, and what was the third one? Technology
Home
Labels.
Technology.
Home Technology, Government, and Technology Labels.
All right, how's everyone doing? Yeah? Well, first, I'm going to go ahead and take a selfie. So can everyone cheer so I can show my friends how cool I am? Awesome. All right. Well, I'm here to present 3 awards, actually, on behalf of the Washington Homeland Security Roundtable. They're a nonprofit focused on security, policy, and technology. And they have partners like Microsoft, Raytheon, and SAS. So there are going to be 3 separate awards, all for inspiring ideas related to government and public safety, tech and wearables, and home technology. So the first award goes to, hold on, for home technology, the Interlock and Insta Rack from Gabriel Magolis. Congratulations. The second award for government goes to the Mo Safe by Corrine Pixton. And lastly, for technology and wearables, Life Glass by Graham. You know you are. Great job, everyone.
Okay, moving on. The next award will be presented by Stanley Black & Decker for the Household Organization and Tools category.
Good afternoon, everyone. I didn't think I was going to be tall enough for this. Good afternoon, everyone. So I am Keisha Brewer. I am with the Global Tools and Storage Division of Stanley Black & Decker. I would first like to thank everyone for the opportunity to allow us to present here, to be a part of the event. It was awesome. So coming to my decision was a little hard, so thank you guys for that. But I'm going to present the Household Organization and Tools Award. This winning invention that I'm about to present is very innovative, and like most great awards great inventions, provides a solution to a common problem that we all have if we're using this tool. So without further ado, the winner of this award is Maddox Pricker, who invented the measuring shovel.
Apparently some people travel with their own cheerleading operation here. Consumer Goods and Fashion is not sponsored by anybody. Okay, up next, in the category of Consumer Goods and Fashion, the winner is Dr. Happy Tie, Robert Testa from Connecticut. In the education category, from Connecticut, I composer Sawyer Brand. Our next award is being presented by UTC, but I believe that he's already left. Is Randy Bump still here? He had to leave, that's what I thought. Okay, this Energy Award is sponsored by UTC, another one of our founding sponsors. And the winner of the Energy Award is the receipt card from Ohio, Carson Kender. In the financial category, the winner is Banking for the Blind from Ohio, Katie shoots now. In the category of healthcare, from South Carolina, the Brace Blaster, Ariel Greer. In the Manufacturing and Transportation Award goes to Hovercart from Ohio, Grace Burnett. In the Sports, Games, and Toys category, the award goes to Cleat Covers by Evan Farrell. In the Technology and Wearables category, the award from Tennessee, Life Glass, Creighton Campbell and Walter Burdine. Technology wearables. Oh, you already gave out technology wearables. Yeah. Oh, well, they got it again. Okay, it was on the list. You skipped me. So, okay. In the areas of distinction, in the category of accessibility, will be presented by Microsoft. Listen for you. Invite Matthew.
Gotcha. Good afternoon, guys. How's it going? So I've been hanging out in the Xbox session or the games place where I've seen a lot of you. So yeah, I've talked to quite a few of you guys. You guys all seem really smart, and it's kind of cool looking into this crowd that every one of you is going to make something, going to create something, going to solve a problem. And it's pretty cool that you guys are the future. You guys really are. So it's really cool. So I'm going to be doing the Accessibility Award. So this award winner is Listen Me by Eli Matthew.
The next area of distinction is in the area of community and societal benefit, which will be presented by the Lemelson Foundation.
Hey, good afternoon. Well, it's my pleasure to provide this Community Societal Benefit Award. It's really hard to pick because each of you is really trying to benefit community, yourself, those around you. The Lemelson Foundation is focused on improving lives through invention, so what a better award to provide to someone who's really having impact or hopes to have impact on the community around them. So the award that, the person that I chose for this award, it really looked at their community and saw a problem that was multifaceted and actually developed an invention to really address a critical problem that we face across the U.S., and that's homelessness. So this award goes to Evelyn Hollis and developed the Learning Pod.
The next area of distinction award goes to a product in the green and environmental category. And the winner of this, from Idaho, the Hawksbill Hatchling Helper by Zachary Linford. The next area of distinction is a rather cool category. It's called the Jules Verne category, which is a very futuristic, very positive thinking about things that we hope to be able to do in the future one day and have the technology to be able to do something in some very fantastical way. And the winner this year, from Idaho, Tornado Catcher by Pragathi Durya Rajarajan. Okay. The next area is going to be the Best Awards, which would celebrate people that excel in certain portions of the invention process. So as you know, we're all about trying to teach a process here, not just trying to come up with the outcome. It's about learning how to do things, learning how to pitch, learning how to document your results, learning how to be able to communicate that through really great posters, and really able to build prototypes that look really cool that help demonstrate what you're trying to talk about. And so we've got awards in each of those categories. And for the best pitch category, Bill Kenny from Test My Pitch will be presenting that award. And I bet he's not even thinking that he's supposed to be up here right now. Bill will be right back. In the best logbook category, from Connecticut, Tape Tags, Natalie Lindstrom. In the category of best poster, from Idaho, the Porta Potty Survival Kit, Joshua McKenna. Now, I hope everybody had a chance to stop by and see that, because on one side of that, you had all your really essential porta potty facts, okay? You can't leave here without knowing your porta potty facts. In the category of best prototype, and I believe that this is a virtual competitor and she won't be coming up. Lazy Bones from Connecticut, Maggie Young, in the second grade, I believe. So congratulations, Maggie. At least Bill's not here still? Oh. Okay, well, Bill's still not here. Okay, we now move into the final set of categories, which are the really most distinctive categories within the program here. And starting this out is we'll be presenting from ideas, the best represent of blending of design and engineering for, I'll let you go ahead and talk about it. Your work. Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Big long title.
So I'm David Matthew. I'm one of the co-founders of a company called Ideas. And Ideas is a blend of design and engineering, and it's actually artists and engineers working together to create new products for the world. And I'm going to keep it brief. So I wanted to reach out to this organization to make sure that we were focusing not just on how things work, but how they look. And this particular inventor, or inventors from Ohio, demonstrated a very good-looking product that actually had a lot of engineering think in it. And the award goes to Convert-A-Stair, Madison Estep and Allison Remick.
I just, so you know you've gotten somewhere in life when someone hands you a note at the podium. You know, it's like, I got passed a note. Yeah, okay. We want all award winners to come to the podium for a group picture at the very end here. And another note I'm being passed.
No, it's
Oh.
Oliver Todd. Got your wallet.
Yeah. Bill, okay, great. And now to present the Best Pitch Award, Bill Kennedy. Yeah, Bill.
You guys are awesome. So it's hard to pick a best pitch, but I'll tell you, when we saw this gal, she was just so dynamic. She was wonderful. So it's Ray's PJs. So, where's her name? Danny. Name?
Ray's PJs. From Ohio.
So she's from Ohio, and it's Rachel Lynn Fanafin. Fanfin? Exactly what I said, Farson. Cool. So, congratulations.
Okay, now we're down to the last 3 awards. And we're going to start with the Staff's Choice Awards. We obviously get to see a lot of this stuff, but sometimes we only see it off the corner of our eyes because we're always running around. But everybody had a chance to go and look at everything around today and talk about the things that they thought would be just most fun. The great part about being the staff is you don't have to have any particular rule. It could be like it was really pretty, or it was like, you know, really loud, or, you know, it was just really awesome. Whatever. It could be on any level. And the award that got picked here was just, I'll tell you what we really liked about this inventor was you could clearly tell the inventor did the entire project on their own, and that they thought about it, that they did a lot of research, and that they really were passionate about it. They wanted to make it better, and everything, they just really embodied the invention. And, oh my gosh, I don't have the name. You're gonna have to come up here and tell me your name because I don't have it here on my little sheet. But the product is the Touch Aid, which is for the Band-Aid that you can wear on your fingers that are capacitive, and that Isaiah, right? Isaiah, what's your last name? Nagrin, okay, yeah, it's Isaiah Nagrin. Awesome. Congratulations, Isaiah. So see, now you know you've really gotten someplace when someone passes you a credit card at the podium, okay? Ding Zenzi? Oh, great. You've won your credit card. Okay. Just making sure we got everybody covered here. Okay. The next award will be presented by Eric Barron from Cantor Colburn, and he'll present the award for the most patentable product that they saw today. Sure, tell them what they get.
Thank you, thank you. It's amazing seeing all the great inventions here. It's so hard to believe that all of you are just students. The inventions were really very impressive. And of course, I can't actually decide what's patentable or not. That's for our good friends here at the USPTO to decide. I know many of you actually have patent applications pending, but we had to make a single selection. And without further ado, the winner was Arya Bairat for an approach to convert pollutant carbon dioxide emissions in atmosphere to a viable electric source using novel discardable materials. Sorry, I also failed to mention that because it's so hard to know what's patentable, as part of this prize, you'll get a free patent search, and if the results are favorable, we will provide you with a patent application and prosecution to disposition. So it's from Cantor Colburn. Thank you.
Okay, now we come to the Coup De Grace. This is the top award that we provide. It's the most marketable award, the product that has the best chance, we feel, of getting to the marketplace and having the greatest impact on the world and trying to embody all of our beliefs that you can change the world and you can make lots of interesting things happen. No. And presenting this award on behalf of one of our other founding sponsors, Brocade Communications, is Christine Heckert, Chief Marketing Officer.
Hi, everyone. It's a shame this day is almost over. It's been one of the most inspiring days ever. So I've spent 30 years in technology. I've been in marketing most of that time. I think every one of you is an incredible inventor, and I hope at least some of you will decide to go into the tech industry. Before I give out this award, I want to give one thank you and have you all join me. The people who put this event on were pretty much all volunteers. I think a lot of them came from the Connecticut program, if I read the titles correctly. But there were a lot of people who spent a lot of their personal time making this happen. And there was one person in particular, Danny Briere, who ran around the country. He went out to all of his lifelong friends looking for a lot of money, which we were happy to support because he is a lifelong inventor himself. His kids are lifelong inventors. They've been through this program. But it's because of him that we now have a national invention convention. So thank you, Danny and Helen and the whole Connecticut gang. I hope every one of you puts this on your college resume. I'm very serious about that. Okay, so this was an agonizing award to give. We narrowed it down to 7. If it wasn't for Danny's help, I don't think I could have picked. But the award that we believe is most marketable is the message map from Luca Riccio.
So most of you probably didn't have the luxury of being able to watch his video. And he tells a story about his uncle, grandma, okay, grandpa and grandma, uncle, his relative, who was in another state, and when his wife took ill. And she was in the emergency room, and he was trying to talk to her, and she had a CPAP oxygen mask on her face. And he couldn't hear her or talk to her over the phone. And indeed, the nursing staff have hard times listening to patients that have oxygen masks on. and family and friends that are talking to people when they're sick and want to make them feel better can't hear what they're saying back. And so what he invented was a way to put a Bluetooth noise-canceling microphone inside a CPAP such that it can transmit not only to an external speaker, but to anyone's cell phone so that they can talk to them and carry on a conversation and make it a lot less scary of a situation and put a lot of people at rest and let a lot of people have a lot of communications at a time when communication is needed the most. And we just think that's an amazing product, and we hope to be working with him to go and produce that product. I have to tell you, one of the staffers came up to me and they said, usually I have such an easy time picking winners. And usually it's because, you're in a state where you've got some not so great stuff and some really good stuff. But here, everybody had really amazing, amazing inventions. And it made it very, very hard. And she said, it's so hard to pick among these. And so you guys are just awesome. It doesn't matter if you getting here in and of itself was a huge award, and we're happy to have you here. And we want to thank again our sponsors, United Technologies, Stanley Black & Decker, Lemelson Foundation, and yep, I got to go through, yep, and Brocade Communications. They tell me don't forget about all the logistics of how to leave the auditorium. But thank you to our sponsors for, I would not have been able to fly around the nation. Can I finish? I would not even be able to fly around the nation and do all the things that we're doing if we didn't have the support for these sponsors. And so I'd like for everybody to stand up and applaud our sponsors who are sitting up here and making this happen. So I have some logistics, and I have another award to announce at the very end here. So the logistics of leaving in the back, in a very neon sign, it says surveys. We know this is our first year. We know we did a lot of stuff that went great. We know we did a lot of stuff that was not so great, and we'd love to learn from that and make this even better next year. So please drop your surveys back there. It's okay if you're really critical. We're looking forward to that. Also, kids. Anybody have any of these left? I do. Great. Give them back to us. They charge us for these, and so we can use these next year. And there's a box in the back, or you can hand it to one of the staff, but just please give it back to us so other people can use that next year. In terms of shipping materials, these are backstage, so come to the podium if you're going to be shipping your stuff back. And we will be dismissing students from the back all the way forward. Okay, so don't just go ahead and everybody get up and leave. Jen is going to tell you go row by row to be orderly, so you guys can go up in an orderly fashion and get your stuff and start to bring it to your buses and start to get ready to go back. Parents should meet their kids at their circle, where the kids will be going to get their projects in order to take them back. So that's just all awesome unto itself. Now we have one more thing to tell you. Okay? Two more things. Okay, I lied. Two more things. One, all the winners, don't forget to come up here for your picture. We're going to have a picture of everybody all together. And the second thing is that in the next couple of weeks, we'll be working with an organization down in Miami called the Venture Hive. The Venture Hive is a commercialization organization that helps people with great ideas take their products to marketplace. And based on the results today, we're going to be picking 6 of you students to go through an accelerator which will help you commercialize your product, and working with experts, working with mentors, and working hand in hand in order to take your products to marketplace. And this is really big. I mean, these people don't mess around with just a bunch of kids. They deal with awesome kid inventors. And so we'll be sending out invitations to take part in that program to 6 lucky kids. And those kids will be the first invitees to come back next year and tell their story about what happened in the ensuing year. So think of this as after Shark Tank, This is after NICE, okay? So you'll be seeing that next year. So that's going to be an awesome program, and thanks to Susan Ahmad at Venture Hive for making that possible. So everyone, that's a wrap. Thank you very much for coming. Good luck traveling back. We hope to see a bunch of you guys here again next year. Thank you very much. Oh, did you take the? Oh, okay.